Arnold Schwarzenegger walks into Gold's gym with broken English and $20 in his pocket. What happens in the next 10 minutes doesn't just silence every doubter in that room. It launches the greatest bodybuilding career in history. And it proves that language is just noise when your work speaks louder than words. Venice Beach, California, September 1968. Gold's gym, 3 blocks from the ocean. Concrete walls, rusted iron, no chrome, just weights and men who move them. 30 bodybuilders train here, all serious. This is where champions prove themselves. The door opens. Arnold Schwarzenegger steps inside, 21 years old, 6'2", 235, fresh off the plane from Munich. Cheap clothes, thick accent, every head turns, weights lower, the gym's attention shifts. Arnold walks to the front desk. Rick owns the place, seen every type walk through that door. Hello, I am Arnold, from Austria. Joe Weider send me, I train here. His English is broken, clumsy. Rick studies the massive shoulders. Weider sent you? Yes. He say this is best gym. I come to be best. Dale laughs from the squat rack. 6 feet, 210, American, born here. Great. Another guy who can't speak English. His partner grins. Europeans are soft. Arnold hears every word. His face doesn't change but something flickers in his eyes. Something cold, something patient. Rick hands Arnold a towel. Let's see what you got. Arnold walks to the locker room. Changes fast. Gray sweatpants. White tank top. 3 seconds in the mirror. Deep breath. This is America. This is Gold's. This is where it starts. He walks back. Moves straight to the squat rack where Dale stands. Arms crossed. Arnold stops. Looks at the loaded barbell. 315 pounds. I use after you finish. Dale looks at him. You squat? Yes. How much you squat? Arnold points at the bar. More than this. Dale's eyebrows go up. Other lifters drift closer. This is entertainment. The big Austrian talking big. Show us what Austria taught you. Arnold steps under the bar. Sets his shoulders. The gym goes quiet. 20 men watching. He lifts it. Steps back. Drops into the squat. Full depth. Drives up. Smooth. Doesn't stop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect form every rep. He racks it. Turns to Dale. Good warm-up. We add more. Dale's smirk vanishes. How much more? 405 pounds. The gym goes dead silent. 405 is championship weight. The kind bodybuilders work years to hit. This kid just asked for it after a warm-up. Rick walks to the weight rack. Starts loading plates. 45s. The clang echoes. Every bodybuilder stops training. All watching now. The bar loads up. 405 pounds. Bending under the weight. Arnold steps to the rack. 30 Americans watching an Austrian immigrant about to back up his words. He gets under the bar. Sets his shoulders deeper. This is real weight. The kind that exposes weakness. He unracks it. Steps back. 405 pounds on his spine. Arnold drops into the squat. Deep. Controlled. Slower than the warm-up but still smooth. His quads load. His core braces. Every muscle working together. He hits depth. Pauses. 1 second. Then drives. The weight moves up, not fast, but moving, rising, halfway, still moving. His face shows real effort now, not panic, just work. 3/4, almost there, lockout. He stands complete. 405 pounds on his back, breathing hard but standing. The gym explodes, not with cheers, with shock, respect. 30 men realizing they just watched something they weren't ready for. Arnold racks the weight. The clang echoes. He steps back, looks at Dale. In Austria, we train serious. Language not matter. Weight not care about accent. Dale stares. Can't find words. A few bodybuilders start clapping. Slow, then louder. Acknowledging. Rick walks up. Extends his hand. That was one hell of a squat. Arnold shakes it. Thank you. Where'd you train? Munich. Kurt Marnell teach me. Squat is king. Rick nods. Welcome to Gold's. The atmosphere shifts. The door cracks open. Space for Arnold to prove more. Over the next hour Arnold trains like he's been training his whole life. Every set focused. Every rep controlled. Bench, rows, curls. Everything done with intensity these Americans recognize. Between sets other lifters approach. Ask questions. Want to know about his training. About Munich. About how he squats like that. The mockery from an hour ago is gone. Replaced by curiosity and respect. Dale approaches as Arnold packs his bag. His tone completely different now. That was impressive. Really impressive. Arnold nods. Thank you. You also very strong. I see you train serious. Dale extends his hand. I'm Dale. Sorry about before. The English thing, I am Arnold, is okay, I understand, you not know me, now you know. Rick calls from the desk. Arnold, you need a place to stay. Arnold walks over. Yes, I stay in hotel but expensive, $20 per night. Rick thinks for a moment. I know a guy, rents rooms to bodybuilders, $5 a night. Walking distance from here, $5 instead of 20. Arnold does the math instantly. That's $105 saved per month. That's food, that's supplements. That's staying in America 3 more months instead of 1. Yes, very interested, very much. Rick writes down an address on a piece of paper, hands it over. Tell him Rick from Gold sent you. He'll take care of you. Arnold takes the paper carefully, folds it, puts it in his pocket like it's worth more than money. Thank you, I not forget this. Just keep training like that. Show up every day like you did today. Work like that, you'll go far. I've been in this business 20 years. I know talent when I see it. Arnold walks out into the Venice beach afternoon. Sun setting over the ocean 3 blocks away. Salt air mixing with sweat on his skin. His legs shake from the squat. His shoulders burn from the work. His body completely exhausted in the best way possible. But something fundamental changed in there. In that concrete room with rusted iron and skeptical Americans. The door didn't just crack open. It swung wide enough to walk through. Weeks pass. Then months. Arnold shows up at 6 every morning, trains until 9, works construction jobs during the day, English still broken but arms that speak volumes, returns at 5, trains until 8, sometimes 9 if he's chasing a pump, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 when the gym opens Sunday. His English improves slowly but steadily. He carries a small dictionary everywhere. Between sets he looks up words, writes them in a notebook, practices pronunciation with anyone patient enough to help, makes the same mistakes over and over, corrects them, makes new ones, but never stops trying, never stops pushing. Some lifters don't have patience for broken sentences and thick accents. They nod politely when he tries to talk and walk away to train with people who speak normal. But enough stay, enough help, enough recognize that dedication transcends language barriers. Frank becomes a regular training partner. 6'1", 200 pounds, competed in Mr. America twice, never won but came damn close both times. He's got perfect form and encyclopedic knowledge of muscle mechanics and anatomy. They push each other hard. Frank's English is native and clear, his explanations detailed and precise. Between heavy sets they talk, about pressure, about expectations, about what it means to be the best version of yourself even when nobody's watching. Americans respect results, Frank explains one afternoon after deadlifts. They don't care where you're from if you can back it up. You backed it up that first day. That's why people train with you now. Arnold nods slowly, processing, thinking. In Austria, respect come different. From family name, from tradition, from how long your family lived there. Here is different. Here it's what you do, not who you are, not who your father was, not what your last name means in some old country, just what you build with your own hands. Arnold grins, likes this philosophy. I like this better, much better. I show what I do. They train together 4 days a week. Arnold brings his understanding of German volume training, the science of hypertrophy he learned from Kurt Marnell in Munich, techniques developed in basements and garage gyms across Austria where serious lifters trained away from public eyes. Frank brings American intensity, the never-quit mentality, the push-through-pain philosophy that defines Venice Beach iron culture, the refusal to accept limitations as permanent. It's not master-student, it's partnership. 2 equals trading knowledge like currency, both getting better through shared suffering and mutual respect. One afternoon a photographer arrives at Gold's. He's shooting for Muscle Builder magazine. Editor wants pictures of the Venice Beach scene, the serious lifters, the hardcore culture growing here by the ocean where bodybuilding is becoming something bigger than hobby. He sees Arnold mid-set, massive shoulders, defined abs despite being 235, the intensity in every rep that can't be faked or manufactured for cameras. Who's that? He asks Rick. Rick watches Arnold finish a set of curls with perfect form. Controlled negative. Full contraction at the top. No momentum. Just muscle. That's Arnold. From Austria. Been here a few months now. Kid's an absolute machine. Never seen anyone train that hard that consistently. He compete? Not here yet. But he will. Trust me on that. He's got something special. Something different. The photographer approaches Arnold between sets. Mind if I take some shots? For Muscle Builder magazine. Arnold's English is better now. Still accented but clearer. More confident. Yes. Okay. What I do. Just train normal. Act natural like I'm not here. I'll shoot around you. For the next hour the photographer captures Arnold in his element. Mid-curl, mid-press, chalk dust on his hands, sweat on his face. The natural intensity and focus that separates champions from everyone else who just goes through motions. 2 months later the magazine publishes. Arnold finds himself on page 12. Black and white photo of him mid-squat. Face showing effort. Every muscle visible. Caption reads, "The Austrian Oak, new talent from Munich training at Gold's Gym." The nickname sticks immediately. Spreads through Venice Beach like wildfire. The Austrian Oak. Solid like oak wood. Unmovable. Rooted deep. Growing stronger with every season. Arnold buys 3 copies of the magazine. Keeps one. Sends one to his mother in Graz. Pins one to the wall in his $5 a night room. His first American publication. First proof he's becoming something here in this country. That the dream he carried across the ocean isn't just fantasy or delusion anymore. Dale becomes friendly over the weeks. Not exactly friends in the traditional sense, but respectful. The kind of respect earned through honest work and mutual understanding between men who push iron seriously. He asks Arnold one day about that first squat. The 405 that changed everything. Was that actually hard for you? Or were you just showing off? Arnold pauses mid-drink from his water bottle, considers the question, decides on honest answer. It was hard, real hard, not maximum maybe. I think I could do 450 on perfect day with good sleep. But 405 was enough to show serious without showing everything first day. Dale's eyes narrow slightly, processing. Wait, you calculated it, before you even walked in here that first day? Yes. Arnold sets the bottle down. I know you think I am weak because I cannot speak good English. I need to show I am not weak, but I cannot show maximum first day. Then what I show next week, next month, always need something more to prove. Always need next level. Dale laughs. Actually laughs out loud. You're smarter than you pretend to be. Arnold shrugs. Simple gesture but says everything. My English bad, so I must show with weight instead of words. Weight is language everyone understand. Iron respect effort. Don't matter what accent the effort speaks with. That becomes Arnold's philosophy. When words fail, work speaks. When language confuses, results clarify. He can't out-talk Americans but he can out-train them. And in Gold's Gym, that matters more than perfect grammar or accent or where you learn to lift. Years later when Arnold is famous, when he's won Mr. Olympia 7 times, when he's the most recognized bodybuilder on earth, when reporters ask about breaking into America as an immigrant with nothing, he tells them this story. About walking into Gold's with broken English and $20. About being mocked. About the squat that shut everyone up. That first day taught me something important. People will doubt you for reasons that have nothing to do with your ability, your accent, your background. You can spend energy being angry, or you can spend energy proving them wrong. I chose prove them wrong. About the language barrier. Language is just a tool. You learn it like squat form. Practice. Repetition. I sounded stupid for months, but I kept talking. Your tongue is muscle. Train it. Barriers are just excuses dressed up as reasons. Language is learnable. Doubt is temporary if work is permanent. Arnold walked in speaking broken English, but the weight didn't care about his accent. The squat didn't require perfect grammar. The iron respected effort. He proved something that carried him through bodybuilding, movies, politics. That your weaknesses only limit you if you let them define you. That excellence creates its own language. 30 bodybuilders watched an Austrian immigrant squat 405 pounds that afternoon in 1968. Some became friends, some training partners, some faded away, but all learned the same thing that day in that concrete room with rusted iron. The guy who sounds different might lift heavier. The guy who looks foreign might work harder. The guy you assume will quit might become a legend. So here's the question. When you can't speak the language everyone else speaks, when you don't fit the mold, when you're the outsider, do you spend energy trying to blend in, or do you find the one thing you can do better than anyone and become undeniable at it? Arnold walked into Gold's Gym in 1968 with broken English and became the most famous bodybuilder in history. Not because he learned to speak perfectly, but because he learned that some things speak louder than words. What weakness are you apologizing for that you should be making irrelevant? Arnold proved you can be different and become legendary. You can be foreign and become an icon. Which language are you speaking? The one of excuses or the one of work?